Good evening, party people. It's your girl Leah Khadijah with another video. So tonight, or this morning, because it's about 1:26 a.m. Saturday morning, I finally got settled down. So I'm like, let me make a little video. See, this isn't really my passion right now. However, I'm a mom of a toddler, and I just turned 7 months pregnant as of Friday, October 5th. So, I'm going into my third trimester, so it's hard for me to find the strength to make videos. I'm not gonna lie, so many different topics I'll write things about, my little notes, and it never happens. But this morning I'm pushing myself to make this video, although I am so tired. I just want to touch on a couple of different topics. First and foremost, I want to talk about being pregnant in your 30s. Honestly, I know we're in the era where people have learned that having children at a young age, when you're not mentally and financially prepared, is not a great idea. However, for someone I had a child at 19, and although I wasn't financially or probably mentally prepared, physically I was prepared. I was able to keep up with my son. I wasn't tired. I wasn't feeling stressed. Just about keeping up with everyday things, cooking, cleaning, and having a maneuver. So now I had my 2-year-old at 33, and I'm pregnant again at 35. And let me tell you something, my body is shutting down. I mean, my back is, mornings I wake up and I can't even walk. I get up and almost fall to the floor, like, oh shoot, my back is out. Or, it's just tiring. Mentally, I'm more prepared. Financially, can't really say I'm more prepared, because now I'm gonna have 3 mouths to feed. But because my mental is so strong, I feel like I'm able to withstand anything that comes my way. I've gone through a lot these past couple of years, and I feel like I came out as a survivor. I could have folded. I could have been in somebody's mental hospital because nothing was going right. My son's father was incarcerated, so I had a baby by myself, which I wouldn't wish on anyone. And it's not that it was by choice, it was something that was out of our control, something really stupid. It was around the time where the police were killing a lot of our black men, and they tried to say that my son's father was making terrorist attacks on the police. And I'm speaking on it, which I probably shouldn't for legal reasons, but why I feel like I could speak on it is because it's bullshit. Plain and simple. But the system won in that case, and I lost. And when I think about all the things I had to endure with him not being here, and that the fact that I could still stand here with a sound mind, I have to pat myself on the back. And anybody who's out there who has gone through things that they felt like they couldn't make it through, I'm telling you, there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. You may not be able to see it while you're going through it, But life is full of ups and downs. We're not always gonna have everything in perfect order and the way that we think that that life should go. But when you remain humble, when you remain, faithful to the higher power, whatever higher power you believe in, you can make it through anything, and I'm a true believer of that. And I feel like the world we live in with social media, people love to put on airs that everything is perfect, that everybody's living their best life. And I respect the people that come outside of that perfection and keep it a buck and say, no, I'm going through something right now. I feel like giving up right now. My kids are driving me crazy right now. I just lost my job. I just lost a family member. Whatever it may be, I respect people for keeping it real. And I think that's why I always talk about Instagram. I can't really get into it because it's so fake to me. Like a friend of mine told me, he said, Facebook is like soul food and Instagram is like fast food. And I think because I'm a soulful type of chick, I can't really get into Instagram. I will try to get into it just to promote my page, but for me to be putting on airs and acting like I'm living my best life, I'm not always living my best life. I have struggles every day. I try to figure out, how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my cable bill? My cable's off right now. I just told DirecTV, shut that shit off. Oh, you have a contract. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? YouTube entertains me right now. I'll entertain my damn self. At the end of the day, as much as I love TV, I could do without it right now. Because I think back to the times when I was young and TV wasn't that prevalent to me. We would entertain ourselves with board games and playing outside, just having conversations with your friends. We don't do that anymore. We're so reliant on the idiot box or social media and all these different things. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to knock these things because this is the era that we live in. But to put all of your life into these things is going to be a downfall. And that's basically all I have to say about that topic. But I just want to basically give myself props and put that out into the universe that whatever forces was trying to bring me down did not bring me down. I'm still standing. I can still smile. I had moments throughout my day where I'm like, shit is crazy. But I'm still here. Thank you, God, for blessing me with determination, strength, and perseverance. Now, moving right along. So I want to talk about some of the trending topics that's been going on throughout the week, give my little opinion about it. First, I want to talk about State of the Culture with Remy Ma, Joe Budden, Jinx, and Scotty Beam. So they were discussing different topics, and one of the topics was Bill Cosby, which I wanted to talk about this previously, but again, motherly duties come first. Scotty Beam got upset with Remy Ma because Remy's opinion was that rape victims should speak up sooner than later. She wasn't, well, she did basically say out of all those 60 women, none of them was able to speak up as soon as it happened, or basically in a quicker time frame, because these incidents happened over 10, 15, 20 years ago, and nobody said anything. Here's my thing. I understand where Scotty's coming from about you can't tell somebody how to respond to something traumatic. I've never been raped. I've been attempted date rape. But so I can't really put myself in the shoes, but I can understand what Remy Ma is saying, because it does come off like it's an agenda when these women waited till this man was of an old age to come out. He's still Bill Cosby. He still has the same clout that he always had. So what makes it different from speaking up 20 years ago and now? What's the difference? He still has the same clout, the same name, the same royalties that he had from then. So, and then the fact that these women were being paid off makes it look even more suspect. Like, okay, you were raped 20 years ago. Do you need monetary justification for his actions? I mean, I understand both sides. Again, I'm not shaming any rape victims. Excuse me, because that's a traumatic experience, and I can't imagine what that really feels like if you really were, raped forcefully, and but the stories that was given with the woman saying that she willingly took the pills, like, so to me it's like, I'm still not writing Bill Cosby completely off. If he really did that, he's dead ass wrong. But I respect what he gave black people. He gave us an example to look up to with the Cosby Show. Regardless of all the negativity that's going on, I still respect that man in his art, not in his actions in his personal life. So that's where I'm going to leave that. What else is trending in the news? Mashonda, Alicia Keys, and Swiss Beats. Mashonda is Swiss Beats' ex-wife, and Alicia Keys basically stole him from her. There's no other way to say it. She stole him. Like, you obviously was dating him while he was still married. That's a given. Whether you slept with him or not, we will never know. But to me, it's still wrong in the sense of, what would you do, Alicia Keys, if you were Mashonda now? How would you feel if there was a younger version of you that came along and was dating Swiss Beats while y'all was having problems and blindsided you and said, oh, I got somebody else, I want a divorce? And they say the same way you get them is the same way that you will lose them. Okay? It's one thing if a man got a girlfriend. A girlfriend can be replaced. I mean, sorry. But a wife, that's a whole nother animal. And now Mashonda came out with a book about blended families, and she seems to be okay with them co-parenting in a healthy environment. She doesn't want her son to feel in the middle of any divorce drama, which that part is respectable. But I feel like they're paying her very well for her to shut her fucking mouth. But guess what? Alicia Keys' career has tanked since that whole thing. Maybe that's her karma. I don't know if it's just me, and I love Alicia Keys. There's no shade, but her voice, ever since she got with Swiss Beats, has dramatically changed. She doesn't even sound as good as she used to. So that could be her karma too. Next topic. Let's talk about Cardi B. She gets a birthday present from Offset, another Lambo, but this one is a truck. And she doesn't have a license yet. I don't even know if this is a topic. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, give me a piece of jewelry. Get me a bigger house. You know, something more that shows maturity, you know? But hey, to each his own. I'm not even going to stay on that topic because I don't really have nothing to say about it. If they want to spend their money on Lambos, it's more power to them. Like, whatever. Next topic, I want to talk about the Braxton family. Now, why I'm not going to make this a whole video strictly about them is because, you know, short and sweetly, this part 2, and it brought me to tears. I like the fact that we finally see that they understand where they went wrong. Tamar actually apologized to everybody, which I felt was a heartfelt apology. I feel like that's great. Mama Evelyn, she finally realized that she played a part in her children behaving this way. But what I don't understand is that whole bit about Tamar being molested and Iyanla bringing it up. Why didn't we see that? And I thought it was 3 parts to this, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know what's real and what's fake on social media anymore. I feel like everybody does things for clout. Everybody does things for clicks and views. So who knows what really happened, you know? Like, that's crazy. Whew. I'm pregnant and I'm tired. But I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to keep up. What else did I want to talk about? That's a trending topic. Oh, I just want to give a shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. I really am a fan. I love everything that they're doing with the podcast. It's hilarious. One thing I want to address about one, and it's not even, I don't even know if it was this week, but one of the podcasts, All of the Likes, they were talking about how they slide in chicks' DMs talking shit, and why do females believe the shit that they be talking? So it just made me really think, like, damn, like, dudes are really trifling. And here's the thing, Mal has said something to the effect of the females in this era are basically gold diggers. Like, they expect a man to do for them, do something. Like, you ain't gonna just be fucking me and you're not doing nothing for me. But then you turn around and say the shit that y'all put in chicks' DMs trying to get at them is bullshit. So do you see the double standard with men? It's like women are supposed to be losers on both ends. Like, okay, we can't believe the things that you're saying when you're trying to holler at me because it's purely sexual, purely physical, right? But then you get upset when I expect you to come out your pockets for shit. How does that even work? And honestly, if I was a young girl again with no kids and didn't have a boyfriend, wasn't in a relationship, I would be a gold digger too. For the dudes that saying shit like that, I'll be a gold digger too. Like, so females, more power to you. Just be smart about it. And that brings me to another topic about state of the culture. Remy had mentioned on a previous episode that she can't stand these baby mothers that just try to get knocked up by these guys that have money. And I respect that opinion too. Like, me and Remy's on the same wavelength. I respect her gangster so much. Like, she says what she feels, even if it's not the popular opinion. That's so true. Like, why is it that females, try to trap these dudes that got money? Like, yes, you should pick a man that is financially stable and is going to be able to take care of your child. That's a given. But don't you want to look at the other qualities of that man to know that he's going to be a good father? Because a man could just throw money at you but not even be in a child's life. I'd rather somebody that I know is a great nurturer of children. They have those qualities within them that you could see that they're going to be a good father no matter what. Because again, life is full of ups and downs. We may not always have a bunch of money, but I would rather a man that spends that time to nurture the kids, because children remember those moments. Oh, I remember when me and my dad went to a baseball game. Or I remember when my dad used to do homework with me, or cook with me, or dance with me, laugh with me, play with me. Not just, oh, well, I always stay fresh because my mother was getting child support checks. But hey, to each his own. And that brings me to my next topic, which is Waka Flocka. He's in the tabloids. Supposedly he's cheating with some stripper named La Bam, and if it's true, I just don't understand what the purpose is. Like, do you men not understand that the era that we're in of social media, and you are being watched with everything you do? You go walk outside, there's street cameras, police cameras. Why would you screw a stripper? Protected or not? Protected or not? They have video footage of the girl, looking through the garbage for the condom. So what do you think she could have did with that? Y'all never heard of the turkey-based method? Oh, I would never do that. I'm sorry. I don't need to impregnate myself by manipulation tactics. But there's a lot of women who would do that, and they wouldn't even care about the fact that this man is married. You see his wife in the public eye. You just want a man that got clout, because you're chasing clout. Strippers are money-hungry individuals, sorry to say. So you gonna screw a stripper of all people? Like, so if you really did that, Waka, you get whatever you deserve. And Tammy needs to leave his ass. I can understand you forgiving your man once, twice. But honestly, 3 strikes, you're motherfucking out. And I know a lot of women say, oh, the first time he cheat, I'm leaving. Y'all are fucking liars. Y'all are liars. You're not going to give up a relationship you invested that much time in off of one offense. So, you can't really listen to these bitches out here either, because they be full of shit. But you know, I hope it's not true. I hope it's just some Photoshop shit. Bitches chasing clout. Oh man, the age and the era we live in is so crazy. Anything else? Let me think. Before I get off this live. It's not even a live, but before I get off this video. Because I am getting sleepy. And that's the price you pay for being pregnant at 35. And oh, speaking of being pregnant at 35, I want to address another YouTuber. She made a video. I don't want to say her name, but we have a similar name. She's a younger girl. Definitely over 10 years older than her, and she made a video earlier today about well, different things, but she mentioned about not wanting to be married, but she definitely wants children. Let me just say, that's a no-no. Take it from me, and I'm telling you from experience, because I am not married, but I'm on my third child. But I am telling you, I will be married very shortly. And again, yes, I love I love my child's father. I love my boyfriend, my man. But I'm on some shit like, I don't care about, oh, well, marriages don't work out and it's just a piece of paper and people just do it as a business. I don't care. I want it. I need it. And once you have children, you understand why. Because children are affected by certain situations with their parents. Okay? And I would rather try to have a normal family than to not try. Okay? So, for all the young girls, wait until you're married to have babies, but don't wait too long, because, you know, honestly, we as women don't have a lot of time. And I know you see a lot of celebrities in the media that's getting pregnant later on in their life, but I guarantee you it wasn't without help, because it gets harder as you get older. Some people naturally get pregnant, but it's not easy. You're gonna have to pay for that shit. You understand? And I was just talking to my grandmother about this today. Like, you know, I want to be on birth control for the fact that, you know, now I'm going to have a toddler and a baby, and I don't want to have another one right away. I mean, I would love to have another child before I turn 40, but I don't really believe in birth control. And I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like birth control messes up your insides. I feel like I've seen women who have used different forms of contraception, and it messed up one of their bodily functions. They may not think so or want to admit that, but I haven't taken any birth control, and God forbid, but I've never had any issues, any womanly issues, with no fibroids, any ovarian problems, any fallopian tube, ectopic pregnancies, whatever you call it. I never had none of that. And I've never taken birth control. Every time I've gotten a prescription, I'll look and be like, something that doesn't sit right with me to take a man-made product to stop a natural process. Even women who have babies and they don't want to breastfeed, I heard, because again, I'm not taking nothing like that, I heard they give you a pill to stop your breast milk from flowing. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's a natural process that you're stopping. I would never take them pills. I'm always going to breastfeed my kids, even if it's for a short amount of time. We are made the way we are made for a reason. Period. And even as a testament to me being a mom, although I'm about to be a mother of 3, I'm not married, my life is not where I feel it should be, I am grateful and thankful that God gave me the tools to be able to bring life into this world. Okay, because maybe that is what I'm here for. Maybe I'm birthing the next president, the next superstar. So never feel less than for anything that you've been through. I keep stressing that. Okay? Because everybody's journey is not the same. And what you see on social media is not necessarily real. It's just not. Okay? And I'm finally getting content with me because of all the things I went through. And you have to make your testimony. And I know, because trust me, today for some reason I feel victorious. And trust me, I go through it. I'm still going through it. But I feel good about the fact that I can stand strong and tall. You know, you have to find joy in the little things in life. You have to say, you know what? Like right now I want to move. I want to move into another apartment. But guess what? I still have a 3-bedroom. My kids have somewhere to sleep at night. We're not starving. We're always going to eat. So you have to be grateful and thankful for what you have, and don't focus on what you don't. And I also I finally watched Black Girls Rock, and the girl Lena Waithe, I think that's her name, Lena. I know her first name is Lena. She's I believe she has something to do with the show Chicago. I'm not sure if she's an actress or like a writer or producer, but she got an award at Black Girls Rock, and she said something that keeps like ringing off in my head. She said, if you want to change your life, you change the narrative of your life. You know, you change that bad thing into a good thing. And that's like blam, blam, like yes, I'm gonna change the narrative of my life. When I feel down and I feel like I don't have the strength to do things, I'm gonna push, because you know what? I'm still alive, I'm still breathing. So many people that have issues. You know, you have to take the bull by the horns while you're able-bodied. Even though my body is aching, I'm still, it's my limbs is working, my voice works, I can see, I can hear, I can think, and I'm going to utilize those things. And that's my message. I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know I went all over the place, but these were my thoughts and I got them out. So again, another pat on the back.